Hello, beautiful people. How are we doing today? Let me see if everything is clear. And if you can hear me, leave a comment, please. Would appreciate that. And then as soon as we get some feedback, we can kick it off. Maybe I'm talking to myself or not. And in the meantime, yeah, I wish you had a good day so far. Was pretty nice, no? We had some nice action going on overall, so not too bad. And I think in general, there is quite some action to be expected here. Let me quickly check if everything is good. Afternoon, Brave HRT and Gokia GS. Squeezed is here too. Appreciate it, everyone. Nice, very good, very good, very good. Legends, everyone is here, loud and clear, Jordi Tour, and thanks for letting me know. We will, no worries for the caps. We will dive into Bitcoin. So higher time frame. I will go over everything here, over the next hour or so, I think, depending on how good the open is. So far, we did not miss anything yet. No, we did not get any crazy reaction. We are getting some dump here going. Do we have any bullish CVD dips? Could we potentially look into a long trade here? We can have a look in general. If you hear the beeping, let me know. And if you don't, also let me know. Potential lower time frame bullish CVD dips. No. The reason why I'm telling you this is because we got a drop here locally and inside the academy. Welcome to all the MMT Pro subscribers. We got some action, and we wanted to see this local, where is it? Here. This local liquidity taken, and you can see that, oh, this is the anchor, how smooth. You can see that we took it and then we backtested it. So nothing reclaimed yet, no trade yet. Overall, I would like to look for longs, in general. But then again, we would need to see something aggressive somewhere. So we will see what we get here. So overall, no crucial level here yet. No, you know that my time frame, my higher time frame view with the yearly equilibrium from 2024 here is still intact. We basically got a nice move from our level here, and we updated everyone here today too. So for now, really, I want to see a reclaim potentially of this anchor and then a move upwards. Would I open a long here based on what we've got? We may be looking for something if we can reclaim this, but then again, it is nothing great yet, so I will be a little bit more cautious with longs here. I would like to see a little bit more aggression. We can see open interest is up here. What is going on in general? Let me check again. Jam is here too. Always ask questions in the chat if you have some. And so far we're still dropping and we did not reclaim anything. You can see also here this volume bubble. Really nice to see now. Pretty perfect. We get the bubble, we get a bit of aggression, we come back with the next candle and the next candle, back test it, and then we get another drop. So far, nothing too long yet. And we can also see here, yeah, we get some negative delta, but longs are coming in too early. So nothing really juicy yet. And also, I don't have any level here, no. There is for sure, we can always do the same thing now, what we also discussed yesterday on New York Open with a simple fib pull where we're just saying, okay, this is the impulse. We want to see a deep retracement 786 to 702. And that would be something, but overall, we have a look. Let's add this. Here we can also drag and drop color from one to the other, for everyone that didn't know. So I always try to include some insights here on the terminal. I really love the reaction of it. Bigger scheme of things now. Okay, let's say we come back down here, we get aggression. Do we have potential bullish CVD dips? Let's first check here on our heat map. How is it looking if we load a little bit more data? Overall, not bullish potential. Spot, yes, but also could mean that spot is selling off. Again, we saw an uptick here in general. CVD diffs, nothing here on inverse or perps, really, We can also see that now this one was something that we discussed inside. No, let's quickly come back here. I have to jump forward and backward here, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry if that is what is the bot doing here. All is good, all is good. He did nothing bad. So no aggression here, no. And also no level. So if we catapult up here, I will just let this one go because I need to stick to my rules. It also helped us yesterday on New York Open. Here we also got a similar situation where we got a small bounce first, but we didn't take the trade because we did not see the aggression that we wanted to see. And so far the same is going on here. Now we can go up. Yeah, doesn't matter. Overall, not the normal trades that I take. And also here, positive delta trying to push us higher. And I would much rather look for the shorts then. So far, can we look for bearish CVD divs here locally? Open interest is going up. Overall, also not all too crazy bearish CVD divs potential. Now we can see and hear it jumping in here like crazy. Let's quickly check this. And we're getting some positive delta. Could we jump into an aggressive scalp short here with all the longs that we're getting? So far, we have not left anything up here, no? And we didn't get a bubble yet. So that's something. In general, if we are checking the anchor here locally, where could we have a look here at this? This is not really a nice high. And this one here, maybe, is it respected or anything? We will see. Let's zoom in a little bit. If we just consider this as our last high now, with a little bit of uptick, it was flipped nicely. Yeah, just positive delta here. So also nothing really, no, that we are able to counter trade here yet. Nice little bounce here on New York Open, but again, no level hit or any aggression anywhere. So I can't really open a trade here based on my tools. We can see that we are outside the value area here for today. And we can also see that still on the lower time frame now, we still have this potential 702 pocket below us. Here, back testing this anchor, this would actually be interesting now to have just a nice SR flip here, because we have had some nice respect here. We longed this one here and we longed the reclaim here together in the academy. Also, I want to know, everyone here that is on MMT Pro, how are you enjoying the academy so far? Because if you don't know, since, what is it, 2 weeks now, everyone with an MMT Pro subscription can access the academy and all the live sessions. So if you are enjoying that, nice gift from the founders, then please let me know in the comments. And we just had a nice stream here in the academy today with the guys from Spitfire Trading. Really nice here in the pro section of the academy. Basically 1 hour stream with 3 legends going over their TA and what they're thinking and why, especially why this low is not so nice here on the higher time frame and on the medium time frame. So I might go into that too later, but yeah, feedback always appreciated. Did you like the session today, or how are you liking the academy so far, as it is included now in pro? Yeah, here mainly looking for something like this, and then potentially looking for a long in this region. In general, my thinking is the same as yesterday. No, when we were at New York Open here yesterday, I told you I really don't want to change or chase any longs. If we come into the 786 or 702 pocket, we had it marked. If we got aggression, but then also the way that we came down here, no, was sort of a slow grind overall. Nothing really aggressive, not a lot of negative delta, no big volume spikes, nothing. So in general, yeah, I'm still leaning towards the same. Unless we get a lot of aggression here, I would much rather look for a short above those highs here first. because we have some nice area now up there with the VWAP close that we have. And that one, yeah, has been great. Bitcoin inverse, appreciate it. And Jansson, using MMT Pro now for 2 months and never looked into the academy. Joined the stream today and will definitely work through the terminal and the material, sorry. Yeah, check it out. Just make sure you have your role in the Discord. And if you don't, you can do that in your settings in the MMT GG main website. No trade taken here yet. While you're there and checking for your role, you can also check if you're opting in for the newsletter, because there was quite some alpha, no, newsletter.mmt.gg. If you check that one out, for example, you can also opt in here. And there is quite some alpha coming every week now also to your mailbox with some insights on the market, with some tips on how to improve your trading, for example, how to read heat maps, some trades of the weeks. We actually shorted silver from the all-time high on this breakdown, so really, really nice. So keep that in mind and sign up. Eventually, you can also just check it in your settings in the profile. But for now, nothing really missed here. Not too much aggression, nothing that we can counter trade, and so far not all too much going on yet. Do I want to look for anything else here besides this long? Let's see, let's have a look. Because I think what we discussed so far is, okay, higher time frame is still the same bias. Now we have the point of control here from the 2 years ago TPO profile still there, no? And we've dropped out of the value area low. I told you also here on the streams, when we are dropping out of this one here, from the beginning of the year, that we will see some continuation to the downside. And you can see here that it held us for quite a while, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it was a few weeks that it held us pretty well. And now we've dropped nearly 16, 17% from the value area low. And I did not engage in all too many trades since. I also gave some updates inside the academy last week. But so far, not really done all too much trading. We took some trades on silver. We took some trades yesterday. You also get live updates there on the trades, basically. And we also looked at here. So basically here, if we manage to hold here and reclaim, this is a long area with the yearly equilibrium, and then the back test potential for everyone that missed it. And you can see how well the back test played out here. So really, really juicy. Now at the end, we got even a bigger bounce at the end. So far, still trying to push through here. It does not look all too bullish yet. The value area low shifted downwards now. Before it was up when we started the session here. And it remains to be seen if we are getting acceptance in here, if we get a rotation to the upside. Am I too keen to... there's just, you see also here again, a lot of longs, no? Let's check if there's some questions. Academy is great, very happy, and MMT is amazing. Switch there from trading light. Awesome. Slav, really appreciate it. High for the anchor is 3:30 a.m. High for the anchor is... Wait, let me go over here. Where did we put our anchor? No, this is the normal VWAP. High for the anchor is this. It's debatable. It doesn't change all too much if we put it here. No, it's more or less the same. That's the smooth thing here. I really love it because you can understand by dragging the anchor what candle is actually influencing it, and then you know where the weighted volume is also, no? Because if we check it from here, for example, 3:30, or from the beginning, yeah, at the end, this one here is definitely a nice midpoint because we've been ranging up here. In general, think if we come down here, would it change all too much? No, also not all too much. So what can we say here about this midpoint? Now it's a nice area with a lot of volume transacted around here, and probably if we are, so I don't give this all too much credibility for now. But what we can say is if we are looking at it like this, probably the anchor around this high. Is it the same with the point of control? Not all too much, but we can also see that we've backtested this now here and probably are getting the move to the downside that we discussed here in the beginning of the session. Basically up into this anchor again from this low, rejecting there, and then coming into the 702 pockets. Again, I'm not on too keen to really jump onto longs here. We will see. If we get the aggression here in the next few more minutes or hours, then we'll definitely jump onto something. Hey Michael, hope you're having a good day. Alien Algo, yes, and thank you. Aggressive on the open, welcome man. Aggressive to the upside or downside. I joined MMT a week ago to learn order flow and I'm loving it. Terminal and Academy are amazing. Live streams are a huge help for my trading performance. Thanks to the whole team for the value. No excuses, really appreciate it. Los Grills is here too. No, I really love it because it's a good community with people that share a lot of insights, also just in general chat. Now there's a lot of discussion going on. Arthur the legend there also, and Netso, for example, another coach with me, giving his value areas here where we had some big volume spikes. Around 74K. Netso. Let's have a look. 74K. It would be in the same region. So additional confluence here with Netso. You can see here basically the volume profile here, how it was backtested, and now we still have this one down there potentially, and it could line up well with our region, no? So that is something that we can keep an eye out here. And we've been also looking at this one over the last few months here, basically with CVD aggregated for spot, futures, and inverse. And the only thing I can really say, we discussed this one here earlier on the stream where we basically got this aggression here, no? With lots of interest in inverse. You can see here lots of green volume bubbles on the upside with 37 million. And you can also see that open CVD is up here, no? Basically all over the floor. Big players, medium players, and small players. Everyone tried to ape in here and open long. And then we round tripped them a little bit. It was the same and similar thing that we discussed already on the stream with Spitty and Cake before, where we have the same action here, no, on perps. The day before, lots of longs, CVD buckets all to the upside, and then we round trip again. And if you look at it like this, now we got the bounce, up, range, drop, and so far it looks the same. No, it looks very similar. What we can see also here is that CVD is still up for bigger traders and for spot. So overall, quite some interest from spot to push this. Also here, smaller traders are trying to get aggressive here. Maybe too early. We will see how it goes. For me, it's a little bit choppy. I think we also had, no, Forex Factory, an event here today. 4 p.m. in 10 minutes, PMI. We might get some action. Let's see here and how it looks in detail. Nothing yet to trade for me. You know how I trade aggression? You know what I want to see? What is going on here? 14 mil shorts. So far it is still short, heavy, and we will see if they remain there or not. And then open interest, CVD quickly. Nothing really juicy. I still would like to see a move down. Could we short it down here? You always have to consider, you know, your risk reward. For sure, we could short it down there too. So for me, let's come back here. No, still nothing. Open interest is up, a bit of positive delta. How is Hyperliquid looking? Let's quickly have a look there. More buy volume. No, really not. No, there's just a lot of people trying to short, so we might get another squeeze upwards. And I would want to see, we still have 10 minutes to go until the event. So Tiny ramp up, big swing down, and big swing up. Tiny ramp up, big swing down, and now big swing up. You think locally, alien algo, trading into previous highs as we speak. Previous highs. This one, you mean? No. Let me know more or share a chart in the Discord eventually. It's a template available. Just joined MMT today, blown away by how much is available. So much easier than combining 3 to 4 softwares. Fox Physique, all the templates, and for everyone new here, layouts, you can come here, community, and then look for coach, for example. Then you will find all my templates, some of Netzo's templates, and you will also see them in the Discord here under layouts. So all the templates and a few more from Netzo are all in there. So you can check this out. Locally, nothing really crazy or juicy yet. Still potential to trade this down here, and we will monitor that. US government shut down, delayed many updates, e.g. PMI. You think, Braveheart, that we don't even get any updates here today? We will see. I'll be here with you in 9 minutes. So potentially, come on, move down there, would be much more interested. Or we get some aggression and change in structure. Those shorts here, I really don't want to trade them all too much. It's awesome, no? Volume bubbles is just the most epic and simplistic way to trade. Here, volume bubble pushing us down, coming up, resistance, drop, up, resistance, up, resistance. So really, really simple way to visualize things here. Yeah, nothing yet. Looks though as we were to load up to go for higher. So let's check out quickly. Bullish potential on CVD? No, not really. No, we are also outside the value area low shifted, and we are still outside. Even with the shift, we did not manage to remain inside. Lot of buy volume also here, which is never good. We would want to see some spike in sell volume and negative delta, and CVD is still crashing down here. No, nothing really juicy yet. Hey, was wondering, how do you add another chart that has all of the indicators copied onto it with having to add them one by one without? Chip, good question. For everyone that doesn't know, you can save it here, chart widgets template, no, save as, and then you save it as test 2, 1, 2, 3, whatever. And then it saves everything that is on this chart in terms of indicators, and then you add a new widget with a chart on whatever you want. Come here again, load and test 1, 2, 3, and then we get the indicators that we have on here with the same T-Web trend, volume, and so on. So you can pretty easily do that here. Locally, nothing changed. No. Let's come back here. My TV runs out in 30 days. Can MMT be a full substitute? I think so. I think so. I've switched from TradingView, what was it? In December, I think it ran out. And so far, I don't use, because I'm an active trader. You have to consider that. And what are you, like, what time frames are you trading? And for me, it is a full substitute. I do all the charting for my stocks on the brokers and for the investment accounts. So I have enough info and data there. We have also gold and metal that we've touched upon. I will also check that quickly. Alerts are coming very soon. And in my opinion, it's a full substitute for a lot of stuff. And you get the velocity is just insane. Now I go to TradingView, and if I do something there, for example, and I don't have the zoom, the zoom is just epic. 360 zoom, for example. So you can zoom in and out by clicking, and it's just like you can zoom in, see so much more details. A lot of neat features here in general. Double click, everything goes away, full screen, for example. You can also, with the latest update, if we are checking something out here quickly, for example, let's, I don't take a trade here yet. And then we also have a look at, at our metals trading. We have a few stocks and metals here through Hyperliquid, and more will come. But if you're trading mainly crypto, I think it's a very good substitute. So what is going on here is that we basically have a few full bid-ask profile. No, we can zoom out. We can look at it like this for the imbalances, for example, on the lower time frame. But then we can also zoom in. And with the latest update here, what we can do is click on here. First of all, we can aggregate everything. No, we can aggregate all the exchanges, everything together, and we get a bigger, more round picture of everything. And then here we can add a side profile to the bid-ask and choose delta. So we have the normal bid-ask in the main candle and the bid-ask to the side. And it's really helpful to figure out here, for example, we have negative delta, we have some nice shorts into it, and then we get a bounce. No, and that's also how we can examine lows pretty quickly, and with the filters we quickly see who is dominating. You know, are we being absorbed? Are we being pushed down? Are there people left behind at the lows? It's just optical. You can change the colors however you want, but yeah, this is just me. Let's quickly have a look at, no, let's quickly stay here first because we still have a few more minutes to go. We did not take out anything meaningful here since the session. We just moved sideways, happens a lot of the time. And we're looking for along around 74K region. We have our 702 pocket down there, and also Netso shared inside the Academy that there is basically a nice volume level here. So let's quickly check that out again here inside. Oh, this is Netso's channel, but inside the Academy. So this level here with the volume here on the side. Let's come back here quickly while we are getting more shorts in here. And while we are getting more action, you can also see the delta stays here. So that's really nice. Unfortunately, no level was hit yet. So you know the rules. We need to stick to them. We only enter if we see aggression. Someone asked what I define as aggression. Troll. As aggression, I want to see negative delta here, delta to the downside, for example, and a red volume bubble, but at the bottom of the candle, for example, and then a reversal in CVD, for example. You know, CVD drops down and pushes back up again, and that into a level swing failure pattern, range low, range high, or a deeper retracement. So that's how I trade. So far, we did not get, we got aggression up here, no, a little bit. You see a little bit of positive delta, not all too much. But again, nothing tradable because I don't want to short with everyone else, for example. So we need to be aware of where is the aggression happening and do we want to join. So far, price is still moving as expected. Now we discussed this on the beginning of the session. We come back up here and then come back down. So still within the plan here, potentially coming into our long area here for an aggressive long if we get aggression. And then I will comment live for you on it if we get it. So what are you defining as aggression? Okay. Is there any chance indices and commodities will be added soon? I can then fully leave other softwares. Yes, I can't give you a date, but the team is working on it and I really look forward to that too. So far, we have stocks and a few metals through Hyperliquid XYZ. And I have to say, it is not bad because we caught quite a nice short on silver with the bearish CVD diff that we got there and some nice action. Let's quickly check. Nothing yet here. Troll basically trapped shorters. Yes, aggressive people shorting into the low or into the high. The thing is with the volume bubbles, for me, it is a very, very important tool to help you also mentally wait, because you know, what are people doing? Or most beginner traders are just like, okay, they see price dropping into a level And then as soon as it comes to the level, they're just opening longs. Long here, long here, long here, it doesn't matter. But with the bubbles, for me, and based on my rules, I really need to see the at least one candle afterwards or a back test afterwards, depending on how we come there, you know, and how aggressive it is. Because we can judge by all the factors and all the tools that we have, if it was a lot of aggression, for example, if we are getting into the move right away, or if we are waiting. But the most important thing is to wait with the bubbles and let the bubble form, for example, because while it forms, you can see it could pop up here, for example, if we were to change our slider, no? You see bubbles are popping up, and then also during the candle development, it will change because orders are being executed or not. So it is really important to wait after the bubble was formed, check your few things that you want to see in order to judge for a strong reversal, and then look for something. If we are to fall down here, I will not be all too active unless we get some aggression, and I would like to see 70K basically next, and then 63, 64K region. So again, we have to consider this. Now, you remember that we discussed the value area low up here and the importance of it, the importance of not losing it. Again, I think this one we longed on the first tap, then we discussed the swing failure pattern of it, and then we did 1 or 2 more longs in this range here, and it wasn't all too bad, no, because we still got 4 or 5% out of it. But I told you also around this point here, if we were to come back to the low here, I'm not all too interested in anything, because if we lose this value area low here on the TPO profile, no, this one from 2025, we don't fulfill the rotation basically. And you can see the previous year also here, for example, we were opening up and we never came back below the value area high, and then we got the bullish continuation. But so far that changed because we dropped down here and we did not reclaim and maintain momentum to the upside. So that's why I'm also a little bit more cautious in general, no, and not all too crazily active. We are coming in here now, hot and spicy, no, negative delta with a little bit of aggression. And can we jump onto a trade here? Let's judge quickly what is going on here. No bubbles, no bubbles really here that we can counter trade. So for sure we can look for something like this now. We come in here, we are deviating away from it, we didn't get the aggression, and there's early longs coming in already. So nice move so far. If I want to jump onto something, I would need to come back here at least, or here to this bubble, no? And then we could look for a backtest long potentially. People trying to push it hard here. I'm still not all too convinced. I will also be more cautious here in general, as I mentioned already. So not really up to trade all too aggressively here. Let me quickly check on my accounts here in the meantime. And then we will also have a look at silver so far. So far here, a little bit of aggression, but not the one that I want to see. So not enough shorts for me here. We can also check the low here. We can also see here on the delta profile, no, not all too much negative delta, not all too many shorts. Also here in the bar stats, not all too crazy. And we got quite some longs here in already early. So I will still wait. For me, it does not mean that we cannot round trip back up here. So that's something, no? Again, some shorts. Let's quickly have a look here. TPO is looking okay-ish. we've cleaned up some things. Let me quickly check how we are doing with everyone. Yeah, all good so far. If we were to round trip this once more with some more aggression, maybe. And else we could look for a small aggressive one here on the backtest. If we were to get a spike in positive delta, that would be nice, no? So no trade yet here for me because none of my rules were met. And then we miss some moves for sure, but we will also not jump in like crazy ones just because we think that there is something potentially going, and I don't like to jump in blindly. So I'll really wait a little longer here to see what's going on. And let me quickly come over here. What's happening here? Then we can see if we are getting a backtest. Audio is low. Are you sure I can amp it up a little bit? Is it better now? Let me know. And we should be good. Boom, boom, boom. Basically, nothing happened here yet. No aggression, nothing really juicy. A little bit of aggression, yeah, but not enough for me. For sure, we are in a deep retracement, so risk-reward ratio is pretty good now. Here, if we consider the upside, good potential versus it's far away, still far away. So keep that in mind here. Let's have a quick look at silver for now. No, I will take this one off. Have a quick look here. Silver got a drop in general. Still looking good. For me, silver is still important to here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Now, if we check the liquidation heat map, we still have potential for more upside. So I would still like to see 99 to 100 here for a potential short. And I think we also had some, what was it? Yeah, here are the liquidations and the VWAP close there. So that is basically the idea for silver for a potential short idea, and then the liquidations that we have to the downside. Let's quickly have a look. Bitcoin is still trying to push. I did not jump onto anything here yet, and we are trying to see if we can get into a retrace trade potentially here on this aggression that we got so far. So sorry if this is a simple question. How can I edit the footprints to change the colors or highlight delta extremes, for example? There is no simple questions. We can talk about everything here. Footprints, you click here on the right. No. And then you can choose what you want to aggregate. And then you can choose what you want to see. So here, for example, I want to see delta. You can also switch it to volume or to bid-ask standard. And then you can add the side profile to the clusters. So if you are here on footprint clusters, for example, looks a little bit different, no? But then you can have whatever you want on the inside of the candle, delta, bid-ask, and volume, and then render profile for the side, and then choose a color for that, for example. So it's really nice addition here. Profile, yeah, nothing really yet. Nice bounce from our area, and I think also from Netzo's area. Now let's quickly check if there is some updates. Yes, perfectly tapped into that region and got a nice bounce out of it. Sweet. Very nice move. So let's quickly check. We are live also here and come back to our action. Silver is still the same. Silver is still trending upwards. Now everything is still bullish. We did not lose anything. And if we check out the highways here, we can also see that everything is still bullish. We've reclaimed this one, and then we have around 98K, 98. It's so crazy that we're going from 100K prices to 90 or even lower in the beginning of the year. So here we are. For everyone that just joined, thank you. Gokais will also run through that. Thank you. There's a good footprint video on the channel. It goes into most of the editing. Yeah, MMT Labs, thanks for sharing that, Gokais. There is a good video on footprints on MMT Labs, and MMT Live is the channel where you are on if you're joining from YouTube here with the live streams. So Jordi asked in the chat here, what about the bubble? Jordi, if you're listening in, I hope you're looking at the same bubble than we are, and I don't really know what time frame you are looking at here, but I think it's the same one, no? You also need to consider that the bubbles are depending on what you aggregate. For me, I think his bubble is somewhere up here, and what are you looking at? So normally with the bubbles, I really don't like to trade them like this. You know, if we get the aggression here, for example, like Jordi showed on some exchanges, it might have been there, and we don't get it at the low, I don't like to trade it all too much. So it must be a really good level for that. And for me, the only little bubble that we got here towards the low is this one. And so far we did not backtest it yet. So that's what I will be waiting for here with you. If we can get a backtest rate there, potentially. And then we can also check CVD. Now, what is CVD doing? We got the CVD reversal, so that's nice to see here. In general, overall, the CVD is looking what? Let's have a look. Small players on spot, still trying to push. Futures is trying to push a little bit more aggressive, and inverse got stopped out here. So, Jordi, did you see how I meant? Yeah, cool. Yeah, so the important thing for the bubbles is really to be at the low. Because the other ones, yeah, for sure, they get respect. No, we will also, like if we look at this one here, and if we come back up here, it might also give some nice reaction. Similar to the one that we discussed here before. No, this one here, where we came back 1, 2, 3 times. So, sure, but then again, this low here, not a critical, aggressive low, you know, in terms of, yeah, we got a lot of negative delta and a lot of spikes here. Longs coming in also too aggressive for now. Let's check out what's happening here. Inverse is still the same. Futures is trying to push us again. So what we can see here with bucketed CVD now, that the 5 million buckets, 5 million trade size, we can see that they are trying to push us up here now on futures. You can see that we got some longs here. And the good thing is about futures, what is the good thing about futures, ladies and gentlemen? Pretty weird. I'm getting weird bubbles again. I have the same setup. If you have the same setup, it depends on your screen size and what you're looking at. Because bubbles work based on the visible range and how you zoom in, for example. If you zoom in and you have different tick settings, for example, or variable tick settings, you will see different stuff. But yeah, you need to adjust that based on your screen and what you're looking at. In general, the question was before, what is the good thing about futures? No? Who knows? What is the good thing about here discussing that we got bigger players opening big positions here with some nice volume and positive delta? No? And some bubbles showing up here to the upside. And I want to know from you what the good thing is with futures and why we look at it like this. You know, why are we looking at spot, futures, and inverse but separated? So keep an eye on that. And I will go over it. Maybe someone knows in here and what the good thing is about it. For now, here the other scenario that we discussed inside the academy here today was if we were to break down here, no, and change structure, then we could look for shorts in this region. But overall, we did not do that yet, and we also don't have all too crazy juicy levels. We can see that VWAP is still supporting us so far, and in general it would be a nice drop. No, 22%. So I'm overall favoring shorts on silver where we are from here to 100 to get us back down into these lows. That would be the best scenario for me. Gold is also breaking down here. Do we have any bearish CVD diffs? Let's have a look quickly. The only thing we can clearly see is here, yeah, lower time frame, no, price is pushing up, CVD is going with it. CVD is still trying to push, but price can't follow through. So bearish action locally for a potential short here. Nothing yet here. Yeah, let's quickly have a look. How is it going with everyone here? So coming back, round tripping. What is the working principle behind the highways indicator? It's different SMAs, SSMAs, and EMAs. It's really simple for gold and silver. Really simple concept based on very basic tools. And then with the order flow data that we get in the terminal, we can use that to look for entries or exits basically here. Similar with CVD, you know, we see CVD popping up, but price is popping down. So probably get another follow through to the downside. And also gold is dropping out here, so we might look for an aggressive short on silver if we are to do something like this here. No, get another move up here, change structure, and then I would like to break down again. But so far we didn't, and I didn't take a trade. Here we are also round tripping so far, looks like it, no? And then are we looking for a long here again? This is not the biggest bubble. I still don't like it all too much. Yeah. We can also do something like this now and have a look at anchor now to see where is volume and what is crucial to hold. This is definitely crucial to hold. Doesn't look like it for now, so we will see. Let's come back to silver quickly. Yeah, okay. If we get another push up here above this candle, for example, and above the highways, I might be interested in a short because invalidation is pretty close by, considering that we are targeting the lows in general. So different approach here with silver and gold, and also a different approach, longs, with how I have my stop loss and take profits. So longs here coming in aggressive, probably never a good idea. and another reason why we could get another flush to the downside. So and the bands are created with standard deviations or moving averages. With moving averages and standard deviations, all of them are a little bit different. So they are very simple, nothing really fancy. The fancy stuff is then the juice here we get with the liquidations, for example, or the order flow. In general, CVD is something really nice to have. Open interest I also like, and it's mirroring quite well, I have to say, to the normal data. Also here, nothing yet. Come back here, see what is happening with those longs here on the backtest. If we are holding here, we could also look for something aggressive, but it's not my style of trading. So we came into a nice low. Now, where are we? Here. And we could target VWAP close to the upside for sure. Here, like this. And yeah, the target would be this one here. Now for me, no, not my style. It's really important. Please explain more about how and why you counter trade the bubbles and why a big long bubble means a probable setup. Bubbles only mean something if they're in the right place. So you need to see bubbles at levels. We can go over a few things probably. Here, let's take this one off. I don't need that. Range environment. Let's look for some trades that we actually took based on the bubbles. Up here, we were trading quite a few nice lows, and you can see here, for example, the bubbles. No, bubbles into a nice low, into a deep retracement. I think we got into the 786 here, more or less. I'm not sure anymore, but I'm sure that we traded this one, and we got negative delta and the bubble, and then we trade it because it's at the lows with negative delta, and we get a CVD reversal afterwards. So we always wait at least 1 or 2 candles afterwards. And you know, this one here, is there a level? No, nothing. You need to have levels close by that you want to trade, and you need to consider context, because at the end you can get a lot of bubbles. Here, for example, really nice one came up here, naked point of control. I think we had around this region. And you get the bubble, you get the aggression, you get positive delta, and then we drop off. You know, it's always important to see the bubbles in the right place. Here, can I jump in? Can I counter trade this? No. I can just follow along with those 11 million longs, no? And for me, I am more counter trading than jumping in on trades with other people, because I like to see nice lows with aggressive shorts in it and then go for a trade. So I missed a few trades, like here, this long I missed for sure. But I need to stick to my style of trading, and I've been doing it this way for forever, years. 6 years with aggression before I developed the whole system. So 3 years it took me to test it, run it. Back then you could not even backtest properly because you had no software that was fast enough. Then aggregating everything of it. But yeah, anchor here is still holding. And why we counter trade those bubbles is basically because we got aggressive shorts into the low, and then we reclaim them again, we leave them there, and it gives us pain. And it is the same with the question that I asked earlier, you know, what is happening with aggressive people on futures? Here, the thing is they are opening longs here, no? 20 million longs. You see big trades coming in here. So CVD, bucketed CVD shows us that 1 to 5 million trades open up new trades here, and also 5 million CVD trades, opened trades here. And the dangerous thing is with longs, no, here in the middle of nowhere, that we can round trip them and get another drop going. So that's why I'm a little bit cautious also here for now, because spot we cannot stop. You know, spot is just buying spot and it doesn't matter all too much. But futures and inverse we can round trip. Here, those shorts that opened up here, for example, zoop, got a move up of what so far? 1.5%. A few of them are stopped out for sure. So that's basically how we roll. Yeah, I'll stay here a few more minutes if you have any questions, and I will have a look with you what happens now as we come into this bubble, or if we round trip all the longs. And yeah, zooming out, if we were to lose this, we did not reclaim anything yet. No, we did not show any strength. We got this first bounce here. Yeah, nice. Not the aggressive one that I wanted to see, but overall, we did not show any strength. We did not reclaim anything on the higher time frame, and also this low. Yeah, we will see how it holds. I don't dislike it that much as I did the previous one here. That was also the main reason why I did not jump on any trades here on the move down. It looks better already. We can also see volume ticking up here in general, but I would still like to see 70K next and then 64 or 63K next. But I'm not bearish at the lows, so don't get me wrong. I cannot be higher time frame bearish at the lows, you know. But I also, on the other hand, need to see strength. You always need to think like that. Did we see strength already? No, not yet. It's been a slow grind sideways. Price is not really showing us any crazy strength yet. We did not reclaim anything. Also here, you know, we've discussed this drop here live from the start, down 2.5%. No strength yet. Not reclaimed this region, not reclaimed this upper range. No strength. Can we look for a trade if we reclaim it? Yes. Then the story is also different, because what will I look at then, for example? So if we are to reclaim everything here, now we have this little range going on, we reclaim it, we come back into it, we can then check the anchor for a backtest, for example, or even be aggressive with some volume profile, for example, and say, okay, this is our upper range, we leave it. We did that a few times on sessions inside the academy where we trade the breakout, but also then we look at it the same way. You know, we come back up here, we come back down into the value area high, and we see a small bubble, or we see some negative delta. So far, neither has happened, and I would still like to round trip those shorts, longs that got in here. Yeah. I hope that answered your question, Los Grills. Yeah, for everyone new here, welcome. Glad that you joined. A few interesting things here for everyone that we missed. First of all, newsletter MMTGG, join up there or check your settings, and then you can get insights every week from the team, basically on how new updates work, how certain trades are being executed, and how you can do the same thing. And we've also opened up the whole Academy section here to everyone with an MMT Pro subscription. So if you're a subscriber of MMT Pro, get your role, and then you will be able to access and talk with everyone here in our family. Mongoloid opened along here before. This one, nothing yet. Okay. I did not open a trade here yet during this session. And the important thing is, you know, I need to stick to my rules. And it was the same reason also yesterday why we did not take any trade on New York Open here. We came in here, we saw this one, bubble into nothingness. No bubble with no aggression into, there was no level here. Then we had a VWAP close around here, but then there's no bubble, you know? And then we come back into it, no negative delta. We did not have any bubble. We come back up here, and then we drop out of it. So it was the right decision to make, you know, not to jump into a trade. And I'm not saying that we can't go to 100K from here, but I'm saying this was not the type of trade that I usually take. So I'm really waiting for something better, some aggression to show up, and then to jump onto a trade. And you also have to consider with the price moves that we got the last few weeks or days since we lost the value area low, on the higher time frame now, most people are getting wrecked. Most people don't know how to trade this. And I would also recommend most of you to stay away from this. Stay away from trending moves. Like, you don't need to jump in as a hero here and short everything. You know, when the move is already happening, you need it to be in a short earlier, or now look for a range to form or for a proper reaction at the lows with some negative delta. Again, yeah, silver, doing silver things. We are breaking down here. So if we come back up, for example, here, we can look for a potential short in this scenario here, because we've seen also the bearish CVD diffs here earlier. Now basically price pushing up, CVD not able to push price with it. You could see here what we discussed a little bit earlier. How is it looking on Bitcoin here with the push? In general, CVD is still pushing, CVD is still pushing, and CVD is still pushing. Let's quickly check again on our heat map. Whoop, here we are. And have a look here. Yeah, CVD is still pushing, but price is not pushing all too much, no? So is it bullish? No. Bearish? Potentially. Not the kind of bearish CVD diff that I want to see, but still more bearish than bullish. And might have been a good reason why we did not open a trade here, no? So that's basically it. Let's check what's happening here and give me a few more seconds. I'll grab another water here and then I will stay a few more minutes with you if you like. And then we will see what is going on with Bitcoin locally. Now we are coming back for those longs, and we're also stopping out the longs that we saw before on the perps, big bucketed CVD template. No, all the longs that came in pretty early here, really nice. And we are round tripping them now basically. So really good to see. And also another confirmation why we should not have taken a trade here. For sure, aggressive scalps we can take, but I'll try to look for something good here with you and some nice aggression. And so far, can we look at the trade if we come back here? I really don't like it all too much, because at the end, this is not the biggest bubble. Way more aggression here, way more people trying to long, but price is not pushing through. So swing failure pattern of it, swing failure pattern of this low once more. Maybe if we get the aggression, then definitely would love to see that. But so far, nothing yet. Awesome. It's really nice to see now when TA plays out. You can see here, open interest dropping off a little bit. What is silver doing? Silver is going down. Here we broke down from our highways and we had this bearish CVD diffs play out. So I will jump onto a trade here if we get another push, and then I will try to trade it down to the lows, and if we are getting some strength here, the next region is around 99 to 100 for a short, and the next region is below here, below the low with the juicy liquidations that we have here on the liquidation heat map. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what are we saying? Should I still stay a few more minutes and watch this with you, or should I call it a day? Coming back here, no negative delta spike, no volume bubble, and not a trade that I will take. And now what we can do is the same as before. Now we are back at the lows where we want to see the aggression, and if we get a bubble here with some aggression, then I would be inclined for a potential long, no matter if it's here, here, or around these lows. Basically, we are overall in a deep retracement, but so far nothing crazy, no? Delta volume is negative, but has been here already. Good thing is really that we discussed the importance of perps, no? And how we can stop them out. And from our bucketed CVD template, how we saw that those, I will open it up once more. It's a really good template. Check it out in the community tab. You can get free access there. But we basically saw the aggression here, no? Longs coming in, CVD aping up everywhere, big positions opening, and then we're getting to stop them out, similar to here on inverse, no? Before, really crazy. Big orders, everyone is trying to long up here in a sideways range, in the middle of the range. Like, why the hell would you do that? It just makes no sense. Yes, would be cool. Please explain more. Blah, blah, blah. You stay for a few if you have time. Looks like we are dropping. Yes, I will stay for a few more. CC and loss, and for everyone else that joined. And then we will see if we can get some aggression. If not, if we break down here and grind through, you know, same as yesterday. On this whole drop here, we did not get a lot of aggression, and we really don't need to counter trade and try to catch everything. The safest thing here is still to wait for bigger levels, cleaner lows, or reclaim and strength. You know, if you're not a seasoned trader or scalper, I would just recommend to stay out of this whole thing. For now, small swing failure pattern here. Can we go again? Still not the same. Still not my playbook, you know. For sure, we have a small lower time frame bubble. 8 mil is just the brink of what I trade usually. And I will stay out again. You know, there's just no reason for me to, again, the same thing. Again, longs coming in, no? Yeah, no. Push it up as much as you want. I would much rather jump into somewhere else with some strength than here. Or we can also see here clearly on the CVD master template, no? We can also sync here, sync the drawings or the crosshairs, and then also here sync the drawings and the crosshair, no? And also here sync the drawings and the crosshair. And then we can see that the low here, really nice, was taken out, but here it was also taken out, and on spot it was not taken out. What do we get from that? A good confirmation that this was not our nice low, because we still have a chance to take it out on spot. So keep that in mind. CVD template is available in the community section for everyone. Keep a look out of that. And for now, what we're monitoring here on the breakdown on silver is something like this here, basically, for a nice potential short if we change structure here, and if the bearish CPT diffs locally are playing out. They played out pretty well so far, no? If we go to the 1 minute time frame, we can also see it here clearly with CVD. CVD is such a powerful tool, no? CVD here, where we are, one bearish CVD diffs. Insane, really nice. Already here you can see it, and that's when we discussed it. Remember at the beginning of the session here when we discussed silver. So that's it, I think. Yeah. What am I aware of here locally? Keep in mind that the wick on Coinbase here was not taken out yet, so I would still like to take that one out. Those longs here have probably been stopped out already, and since then, what did change? Not much, no. There is not much new action here in terms of bigger players, and on spot buckets also not. So nothing really juicy yet. But it's also beautiful to see how TA plays out now, and how we are able to read order flow and get those juicy insights to help us judge. Okay, we are breaking down here, we are pushing up, but it's not a strong move, and then we come back to it. That was all we did here basically today. We came into the first low, I told you it's not a strong move, and we saw some longs, and we round tripped everyone here. Now trying to fight with this anchor here. Let's check out anchor from here, reclaimed. Don't you love the speed of the terminal? I'm just like, you know, I got stuck with ADAS for way too long. And like, this was never ever possible. And the same is with TradingView. It's like, I see exactly where and how everything changes. Really love it. But I'm also a nerd for stuff like that. So yeah. Yeah, I will say like this, ladies and gentlemen. For me, I would reconsider a long below this low if we were to get some bubble to form here, no? And if this were to hold. In general, so far we did not get enough aggression for me to jump onto anything. So I will either wait for lower levels here, or a reclaim of this range for some strength. And then we can look for a backtest trade on the top of this range here to trade it back up into our VWAP close. And that will still be enough. You know, it will be 4%. This will be a nice move. And this is gonna happen. Sooner or later, we're gonna reclaim this and come up here. You know, it might also happen in a year. It doesn't matter, but we have quite some nice equal lows or highs here with some potential liquidity to take into our VWAP close, and then we were also to backtest the previous range here. So really important level here to the upside. So medium time frame, this is key to see what is happening here, because at the end, if we zoom out now and take this off here quickly, we can also see that this little sideways range here, this whole beast, basically would either be reclaimed. We come back in here. You see the importance of the value area low again here, how that one held us. And I told you, please don't jump onto longs if we lose it again. And yeah, here we are now, 15% down again. 1K Bitcoin limit order just added to the low area. Gokyard. Let me check. I closed the wrong tab. Where is it? Here. No. Here. And oh, here. 73K. Keep an eye out on this one here, how this goes, because the same here. Now it was trying to push us sideways, and then as soon as it lifted, Here you can see the order was lifted and then we dropped again. So the thing is here the same, you know, this one or this one, whatever it is, here pressure was released and then we come back down again. And the same is here, okay? Are they trying to push us up here? Now moving it up with price, lowering it a little bit. But have a look what happens as soon as they take the orders out again. So could just be some weak push here. 73K, is it the same one? Added to the low area, 73K. Yeah, I think you mean the same. 73K. And yeah, it would be a nice addition, no? If we come back here. Nothing reclaimed here yet. You can see how beautiful it is. Ah, TA is just epic. But yeah, we've not taken a trade here. We did not get the necessary aggression. Maybe we will get it here into the low once more. Now we got another nice level around 73K-ish. Oh, it's pretty close to the low, no? But yeah, I will be looking for aggression here. Again, aggressive longs. If you did not jump in here on a long or on a back test and got some profits already, I'm not all too keen on looking for longs here based on history. No, this low, ugly, come back, sideways range, drop. This low, a little bit more beautiful, sideways range, drop. So same action here. And so far, we've not seen a lot of aggression, only longs trying to jump in here. And that's the key thing. So looks like the 1K got pulled already from that level. Yeah, it's crazy, no? It's crazy how it influences. So it got pulled lower, a few more here stacked lower. But overall, it's not really sustainable. We can see some liquidations coming in here. And here it also. So for everyone that doesn't know, if you check settings, then if you check master volume here, you can hear the liquidations and the trades widget come in and beep. I think you should hear it. Wait, let me up it here a little bit. Yeah, you should have heard it, no? I made it a little bit less noisy again. But yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We've been here for 1.5 hours. Nearly, before my voice runs out and my brain is fried, I will send you off. I will thank you for joining me, and you know what's next for me. Keep the medium time frame and higher time frame levels in mind. You know, we are not bullish yet. We are at the lows. We did not lose anything here yet, but overall still we need to see some strength and some reclaim. And the best thing would be to start with this little range. Then we can take it up there. So stay on the safe side. Don't get sucked into downtrends and try to long every crazy week. For me, as mentioned here, really important, we did not see the aggression here, so we didn't long it. We didn't see the aggression here, so we didn't long it. And so far we've been right with that, you know, and it helped us more than trying to long and being stopped out 5 times. So keep that in mind. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being here, and I will catch you all inside the Academy. Again, for everyone here that has MMT Pro subscription, the Academy is free now for everyone. So join us up and look up the guest stream that we had. It was really nice. A lot of stuff learned, I think, and a few members got some good ideas out of it. So thanks a lot. Los Grills, thanks to you, and see you next time, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.